Let's welcome on board a very special guest then. Gopal Singh, the CMD at Coal India, joins us on the show right now. Mr. Singh, morning. Good to have you on the show. There have been issues with the lack of supplied coal by your subsidiary, that's Mahanadi Coalfields. NALCO has been forced now to shut down its power plant because of the lack of supply. What's been your take on this?
See, yes, you are very correct. We are getting some news like this through print media or electronic media. That's fine. But the real problem is, see, even on the date we have 29.2 million ton of coal in our stocks. And these power plants have about 7.7 million ton coal at their end. So total, if you sum it up, then it comes to be, it will cover the consumption of about 25 days, because country's consumption by this coal-based power plants is about 1.4 million ton, 1.5 million ton. So the point I want to just convey, there is no shortage of coal as such. I mean, coal availability is there. But there are three aspects which are to be taken care of in order to enable the power plants to run to their full capacity. One is coal availability. Second is moving the coal from mine head to the power plant head. And the third is, of course, power plants, what stock they have and how they manage, how much inventory they can build, and they can take the coal, during lean period, and they can build up their stock. So these are the three mainly issues which are required to be addressed to enable the power plants to run to their full capacity and meet the country's demand of power generation. So because so many power plants are facing the crisis of coal, that's a fact. So somewhere, improvement in the system is required. That's the main problem, in fact.
Okay. Now the offtake and production has finally improved in the last 2 months. Do you expect this to continue increasing given that you have very stiff internal targets?
Oh, sure. See, we have a plan, and as you told, for last 2 months, Coal India family, really it has come up. And September we clocked a growth of plus 10%, and even this month we are growing. So there has to be increase in production, and similarly in dispatch. Even this month, in spite of all the rains and your Diwali, etc., there is a growth of 8% in our production. And if you take in dispatch, then there was a growth of 21% in September. And this month, October, in spite of all the odds, rains, Diwali, etc., there is a growth of 15.8%. So this trend is going to continue in future. And the Coal India team has really geared up to set a sort of record this year in terms of production and dispatch.
Right. So do you think you will be able to meet your FY18 production target, because it would require a double-digit run rate for the balance of the year?
Oh, sure. The help we are getting from our ministry and other related ministries, we are confident that we will be able to meet the target this year.
Right. Mr. Singh, what we understand from our channel checks or our dealer checks, that recent volume offtake has been very healthy. Low coal inventories with customers can keep volume growth steady for the second half of FY18. What kind of growth do you foresee in terms of volume trend?
This year, see, we have set a target of 600 million ton for ourselves for production, which means that there will be incremental growth of about 46 million ton over the previous year, over 16-17. Which will be the highest ever in the history of Coal India. In a single year, we have never grown by this volume of 46 million ton, which we are expecting this year, and team is geared up to achieve it.
Okay, Mr. Singh, let's talk about pricing then. What is the average pricing that you're signing your PPAs at? Because we understand the price differential in India versus global is also quite high. Also owing to the allocation of the regulated sector where realizations are quite low. Isn't that hampering Coal India's financials, sir?
See, we are a listed company, we have certain limitations. So I won't like to discuss this aspect. But let me share with you that Coal India, whatever coal we produce, this is one of the cheapest coal available in the world.
So what would be the impact of higher wage costs on your margins? And also there is additional burden of higher gratuity, which is yet to hit the financial statements. How do you plan to account for the same?
See, wage revision is a routine matter. It's not that first time it has been done. And every 5th year we revise the wages of our employees. This was due in 2016 itself. But because of various reasons, it could not be finalized. But, we finalized it, this month. And though it will have the financial impact, but at the same time, if you look at the other aspect, our employees will get motivated, this team spirit will go up, and we can just encash the higher motivation level of our employees for improving the production and productivity. And that's happening. And I'm very sure that in months to come, our employees, they will contribute their best.
So let's end this conversation by talking about the path you are likely to take in next 2 years. What would be the key drivers behind your growth?
See, God has been so kind that He has given India abundance reserve of coal. We have more than 302 billion ton of coal in our country as reserve. So, coal is available. The only thing that we have to mine it out, for which we require land, we require statutory clearances, etc. But the the key driver will be the demand. Because any industry, any factory, first you have to assess the demand, what is the actual demand. Based on that, you have to plan the production. And the same holds good for Coal India as well. So we have already written, we are requesting our customers that what is the projection of demand individually for them, and so that we can get the aggregate and plan our production accordingly. So whatever demand will be there, Coal India has the potential and we will try to achieve it. Accordingly, we will plan our mines and we will produce that volume.
All right, Mr. Singh, we wish you the very best for the future. Thanks very much for joining us and giving us more details about your business outlook into the second half of this year.